Jarius. Huh? It's not your iPad. So? Why is it on your table? I don't know. Okay, number 1. What is the question asking you to do? Solve each pair of simultaneous equations graphically. Or else, I think must put you with Wei Kiet, then put Tiara with Arik already. Okay. Solve each pair of simultaneous equations graphically means they want you to draw a line for y equals to 2x plus 3. They want you to draw a line for y equals to negative 2x plus 1. Then where they intersect will be the point, the solution, because you are solving. Solving means finding the unknown. So we want to know the value of x, want to know the value of y. Okay? Okay, so to draw these two lines, there are two ways. Number 1, if we look back at the questions that we have done before, for example, let me go back to the last questions that we did. When you want to draw a line, you always have a equation. Okay? After you have an equation, you have this table of values that you can get the coordinate to plot the points. Okay? So, for your homework, between the equation and plotting the graph, what are you missing? What are you missing? You are missing the coordinate to help you plot the points. How do we get the coordinates? We can use a table. So you can draw a table yourself. The values of x and y. For the first line, it will be y equals to 2x plus 3. Okay? So your table actually you only need 3 points. Then we choose easy points. What are the x that we want to choose? So I will choose 0. 0 is easy to solve. When x is 0, y is 2x plus 3. X is 0, 2x is 0, so y is equals to 3. I have 1 point. What are the other 2 points that I will use? Then I must go and look at my graph. I want to spread out as much as possible. So I can choose x to be negative 2. I can choose x to be 2. Then I will have 1 point along here, 1 point along here, 1 point at the middle. I join 3 of them together, I will get my line. Okay? So you all were missing this table. Start a table yourself. Then choose the x values. Then find the y value. That is one way to start. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay? Like that, I have my 3 points. Negative 2, negative 1. 0, 3. 2, 7. With these 3 points, I can draw a line. Okay? Then join them together. Okay? Okay, this is not the only way to draw the line. I show you another way. For the second line, let's say I don't want to draw this table. Do you all still remember from an equation like this, when the left hand side is only y, does it look like y equals to mx plus c? So from this equation, if I were to read this equation, I can know what is the y-intercept, I can know what is the gradient. Okay? The y-intercept is 1, positive 1. The gradient is negative 2. With these two information, you can also draw a line. It will pass through, sorry, let me label my line first. Y equals to 2x plus 3. The other line, y equals to negative 2x plus 1. The y-intercept is here, 1. Okay? Then the gradient is negative 2. Gradient negative 2 means it slopes up or slopes down. Down. So you know your line is going to look like this. Okay? And moving by how much? Every one step to the right, it will move down 2 steps. Okay? So, every one step it moves 1. It will go down by 1, 2. Okay? So, every one step I move, it will go down by 2 again. So that is another way you can go and plot your graph, by using your y equals to mx plus c. Similarly, if I go to the left, one step, it will go up 2 steps. One step, it will go up 2 steps. And the steps, when I'm looking at it, I look at these values. I don't look at number of square. 1 square move up 2 square. No, I must look at the x and y value. X move by 1, y move by 1, 2. Okay, so from here, x move by 1, y move by 1, 2. That's why I come here. Okay, that is the other way. But of course, you can also draw table for the other one. If you want, you can also draw a table, y equals to negative 2x plus 1. These are 2 different ways that you can also go and find. Then also, you will go and put in the values. Then find out where. Okay? So both method can. Then after that, I have the points already. Same, I join them. So this line is y equals to negative 2x plus 1. Can see now? Every point on this sloping down line satisfies this equation. Every line on the sloping up one satisfies this equation. So at this point where they meet, this point satisfies both equations at the same time. This point satisfies both equations simultaneously. They mean this is the point where it gives you the solution of both equations. Both equations solved at the same time, there is only this one possible answer. And this one possible answer, you are to find the x and the y. That is the solution. Okay? So if you look at this point, then you go and find the coordinate. The x is negative 0.5. Okay? 0, negative 0.5, negative 1. So the x of this point is negative 0.5. The y of this point is 2. How high or how low is 2? So negative 0.5, 2. Okay? So like that, we haven't answered the question yet. The question says solve. Solve the solution, solve the equation means finding out what is the unknown. So if we want to answer the question, I must write x equals to negative 0.5, one of the answer, then y equals to 2. I must tell people, this is the solution. When these two equations happen at the same time, this is the solution to these two equations. Okay, that is the meaning of simultaneous or simultaneous equation. Can? Understand? Aryan, okay or not? Arik, okay or not? How, Sining, okay or not? Mia? A bit. What is the bit that you all don't understand? Gradient part. Okay. Gradient itself, that's why I mentioned a few times. Gradient is the measurement of how steep a slope is. So when we have 2, y equals to mx plus c, if we look at this number in front of the x, 2 is the gradient for the first line. Positive 2 means the gradient is like that, sloping upwards. Okay? Then the y-intercept is 3. So for the first line, if I just look at the gradient and the y-intercept, this first line, it will pass through this point, y-intercept. Then the gradient is 2. The gradient is 2, positive means every one step in the x direction, it will move up by 2. That is the meaning of gradient. Every one step move up by how much or move down by how much. That is the gradient. Meaning, the gradient, the meaning of gradient is like that. So the gradient of the first line is 2. Meaning, if I know one point that the line will pass through, it passes through this point. Then I know that every time it moves one step to the right, it will move up 2 steps in upward direction because the gradient is 2. So if I look at this first line, I know it passes through here, the y-intercept. Then the gradient, how steep is this line? It is given by every time I move one step, x direction, it will move up 2 steps. So I started at 3. So if I move up 2 steps, my y will be here, which is why it passes through this point. Because the gradient is 2. X move 1 step, from 0, the x was 0 here, then it come here, x become 1, then the y was 3 here, then when it come here, the y is 5. So it move up 2 steps because the gradient is 2. Better? Okay? Can? Okay. Since most of you had difficulty, now try part B. What you don't know? Okay. Okay. What Jingyi don't know? One reason is because here they help you arrange already. Y equals to 2x plus 3. Y equals to negative 2x plus 1. But in part B, the difference is it is not arranged in terms of y equals to mx plus c. That is one major difference between part B and part A. So again, if I go by drawing a table, then I don't care. Because I don't need to know the gradient, I don't need to know the y-intercept. So if I were to draw for x plus 2y, let's say I want to draw this line first, I can have a table x plus 2y equals to 0. Then I can have my x and y values. Okay? Then I look at the x, the range. My x, negative 3, 0, 3, can give me 3 points. Then I find the corresponding y, then I'll be able to plot the graph. Okay? So I go to my equation. No change one. I want the 3 points to be negative 3, 0, and 3. So I do substitution. Okay? So this is the equation that I have. Then I know that I want to put the x values as negative 3 and 0 and 3. Then I substitute this value back inside this equation. I will be able to find y. So let me start with negative 3. I substitute x as negative 3 plus 2y equals to 0. Then what I'm trying to find is the y. What is y? So in this equation, I must make y by itself on the left. So I don't want the minus 3. I want the minus 3 to go the other side. Then I need to plus 3 on both sides. Then what I want is 1y. So I divide both sides by 2. So when x is negative 3, y is 3 over 2. Follow so far? Then if I want the value of y when x equals to 0, I substitute x equals to 0 into the equation. 2y equals to 0, y equals to 0 divided by 2, y also equals to 0. So when x is 0, y also 0. Then when x is equals to 3, same equation, 3 plus 2y equals to 0, 2y equals to negative 3, y equals to negative 3 over 2. Negative 3 over 2. So I have 3 points that I can plot onto the graph. When x is negative 3, y is 3 over 2. 3 over 2 is 1.5. So here, 1 point. When x is 0, y is 0. So here, 1 more point. Okay? Then when x is 3, y is negative 3 over 2. Then, my graph don't have negative 1.5. This is practical problem that you may face. So what to do next? No, don't go and add the box. It's good thinking. You continue, go and draw your box yourself, but sometimes you draw one may not be accurate. So, I want 1 more point, right? I find 1 more point. Back to my table. This point I cannot use. So, I find 1 more point. But from there, I should know my point that I want to find. Should it be bigger or smaller than 3? Smaller, right? Yeah. Because bigger means it will be even further out. So, now I choose 2. Or I choose 1. Okay? Then again, I go back to the equation. 2 plus 2y equals to 0. 2y equals to negative 2. Y equals to negative 1. So when x equals to 2, y equals to negative 1. Then, I go to x equals to 2, y equals to negative 1. Then I have my 3 points for the first line. Okay, my line will not be perfectly straight because the page is not straight when I take photo. So for y'all should have a very nice straight line through the 3 points. Zoom in to where? Okay, then the other line I show you the other way. From the second line, if I am more used to y equals to mx plus c, then from this equation that I'm given, I go and move the x, move the y, make it become y equals to mx plus c. Meaning, from here, I don't want the minus x to be on the left. I want the minus x to go the other side, because in the end I want y by itself. So 4y equals to 6 plus x. Okay? Then 6 plus x also not nice enough, because I want y equals to something x plus some number. So I want the x to be in front, to look more like what I have. Y equals to mx plus c. So I will put x plus 6 instead of 6 plus x. Okay? But I want y, I don't want 4y. So I have to divide both sides by 4. When I divide both sides by 4, I am dividing both sides by 4. Then in your primary school, when you learn about fractions, x over 4 plus 6 over 4, common denominator, we put both together. In other words, when I have x plus 6 over 4, I can also split them up. X over 4 plus 6 over 4. So, my gradient is 1/4. My y-intercept is 3 over 2 when I simplify. So, my y-intercept is 3 over 2 because this is my c. My m is this number. So, my m is 1/4. Cheng Xuan, why are you sleeping already? Yes, Martin. In the exam, for me, I wouldn't go and find the gradient and the intercept. I will just draw a table, do substitution, then have 3 points, then I also can draw the second line. Yes, so I don't need to go through all this one actually. This one is just showing you that you can do it. But actually I won't do it. I will just draw a table, then put in corresponding values of x and y, have the 3 points, then join them together. Okay? But if you want, then the y-intercept is 3 over 2. And the gradient is 1/4. 1/4 is a positive number, so your gradient is sloping upwards. Your line is going to look like this. Every 1 step to the right, it will move up 4 steps. Every 1 step to the left, it will move down 4 steps also. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? But the 1/4 is too small already, so we will take every half step, it moves by 2. Every half step in the x direction, half times 4 is 2. It will move up by 3, also still too big already. Okay? But then if I move this side, every half step, it will move out by 2. 1, 2. Okay? Meaning, wow, this second line is like that. Sloping up like that. Hey, sorry, 1/4. 4 steps, then move 1. My mistake. 4 steps, then move 1 step. So 2 steps will move half a step, right? Moving upward. 1 step, 2 steps, it will move up half a step. Okay? So it will move through here. Then every 2 steps, 1, 2. It will move down half a step. Like that. Okay? So your second line will look like this. Okay, so the first line that I draw was x plus 2y equals to 0. The second line that I draw is negative x plus 4y equals to 6. Okay, so back to the question, is asking me to solve for simultaneous equation, meaning when they meet, what is the x, what is the y? So they meet here, the x is negative 2, the y is 1. So if I'm to answer the question, the answer will be x is negative 2, y is 1. Okay? Because the coordinate of the point where they meet, the coordinate is negative 2, 1. So the x to the answer is negative 2, the y for the answer is 1. Okay, so I will say plot a table is easier than going to go through this, identify the gradient and then go and find. Just plot a table, find the nice values of x, find the corresponding y, fit in the points onto your graph, then join them together. Okay, now your turn to do question 3. Okay, so today practice 3, A and B. Now we use the lesson time for you all to practice. Go practice. Answer.
So what should I substitute x as?
What should you substitute x as? Oh yeah. What do you think? I will always choose 0 because 0 right in the middle. Okay? And 0 makes the equation easy to solve when I substitute. Then the other two number, choose those at the side. You can either choose negative 1 and 1 or negative 2 and 2. Try. Okay? Yes, up to you. Actually, you are not really restricted if they never specify. But in your exam, most of the time they will specify. Most of the time they will give you like that. Upside down, nicer one. Usually they will give you a table. Okay? Most of the time they will give you table. Meaning they tell you what are the x they want. Okay? So this one is when they never give you the table. So you choose some values yourself. Choose values that you like. Okay? So you should be trying to form a table. If I want the first line, form a table of x and y, choose 3 points first. For me, I will choose 0. Sure, choose 0 1. 0 makes the numbers easy. 1 is a nice number to use. Oh, are you able to start? You want a table for your equations. From the table, then you can have a few coordinates. The coordinates, then you can put them into the graph. Then when you put the point onto the graph, you can join them to get the line. Oh, Amira, can start. Darius, how are you able to start? You must be able to do all this on your own. So the first question, I help you a bit more. Then, as you do, you should be able to come up with all these steps yourself. Like that. Out here, not here. So many people coughing. So scary. Wei Tian, why is your previous page all empty? What have you been doing just now? Nothing. Then do you plan to continue do nothing now? Can you start trying? Ari, you see, you are so much better off sitting here. You got do the previous page.
It's not online, right?
Wei Tian never do. Hey, Yang Xuan, why are you sleeping? You also wake up for breakfast. Okay. It's 9. Y equals to 5, then I divide both sides. Y becomes 5. Y becomes y divided by 5. Not minus y. So right hand side. How do you calculate? Yes, sir. If you are finding this, then we are doing substitution. 4 never change, but I'm only substituting x. So 4 times 7. Substitution. Okay, the values substitute already are not nice numbers. But never mind one. Then you try to find the nearest point. So for example, what I mean is if I put 0, I will have 4 times 0 minus 5y equals to 9. Negative 5y equals to 9. Y equals to negative 9 over 5. If I press this inside the calculator, 9 over 5 is 1.8. Negative 1.8. Huh? Where? Huh? Why not minus? So you put 0 also what? 4x, x is 0. So 4 times 0. Yeah, for 0. I haven't go to the negative 2 yet. So y equals to negative 1.8. Okay? I have 1 point. Then the other 2 points, I will choose I will choose 1. Okay? I choose 1 because I look at the equation. When this is 1, 4x is 4. Then I minus away already. Here will become 5. So it is easier number. Okay? So I choose 1. Then minus 5y equals to 9. Negative 5y equals to 9 minus 4. Negative 5y equals to 5. Y equals to negative 5 over 5. So y equals to negative 1. Nicer number to use. Okay? But the negative side, either 1 or 2 also not nice. So anyone also can. 4 times 0 is okay, so the other one I choose negative 1 more balance. Negative 4 minus 5y equals to 9. 9 plus 4. Negative 5y equals to 13. Y equals to negative 13 over 5. Okay? Then calculator, 13 divided by 5 is 2.6. Negative 2.6. Then I have my 3 points. Negative 1, negative 2.6. So here, 1 point. 0, negative 1.8. Here, another point. 1, negative 1. 1 more point. Okay? So my first line should look like this. Okay, so this is my first line. My first line is 4x minus 5y equals to 9. Hey, Elijah, why your head on the table already? Doing work should be the best to stay awake, right? Y'all can see wow. Y'all have good eyesight. If I sit where Martin is, I cannot see any of the numbers already. Nabila, okay not? Yeah? Why I hear the girls scolding vulgarities? Okay, so for the other equation, let me draw it here. Wait, what are you doing? Arik got follow leh. Then he finish already, he turn to you, then you start to talk to him, but you never even do. Okay, the other one, y plus x equals to 1. I do here lah. Where? Y plus x equals to 0. Y plus x equals to 0. Okay? This one is more straightforward. Y equals to negative x. Or same, you can draw your table also. X, Y, 0, 1, 1, 0. Y plus x equals to 0. You can straight away draw your table also can. And let me play among the stars. Okay, so your y plus x equals to 0 is this one. Okay, so from there you can see that they intersect here. So this is the point where you want to, that will give you the solution to both the equation. Every point on this line is a solution for this. Every point on this line is a solution for this. So when they meet, this is the solution for both. There is only one solution for both of them at the same time. 1, -1. Okay, so the answer is x equals to 1, y equals to -1. Aryan, you also not fasting, right? Oh, you are fasting. Then why you also so sleepy? Okay, Ken? Not yet. Okay, try 3B. Question 4. Okay, you all have learned everything you need for 3.2 already. Solving simultaneous linear equation using graphical method. Okay? Simultaneous equation means the two equations happen at the same time. Then graphical method means we draw the equation as a line. Then the graph where they meet is the answer, or is the solution. We have 15 minutes left. Practice B and question 4. Okay, practice now. Can ask. If you cannot do, then the rest will be your homework. Next lesson, we will go and see how we don't draw graph also can solve two equations at the same time. Practice, practice.